like seminary so much, I did it in 5 years instead of 4. Seminary is the school you go to be a pastor, and when I got out, since I took an extra year to do it, I was pretty fired up. You know, it had been a long process. It had been a year or 2 of interviews before I even started, and then the 5 years of school, and then I finally got out there, and I was ready to get out there and help people share the love and just have a wonderful relationship with God. And so I got out, my first church, and I discovered that what I spent most of my time in was meetings. Anybody ever been on a church council or committee or anything like that? Yeah. You want to have a meeting after? You want to stick around, we can have a meeting, I can come up with an agenda, we could talk about some things. No? Fascinating. You know, it's kind of the normal way to do Lutheran church, and that's my tradition. I'm a Lutheran by background. And that's kind of, that's a big part of it. But what I found is that I came out with all this energy and excitement, enthusiasm, I was fired up, I was ready to go. And the meetings just kind of deflated me. They were not really what I had in mind. And, you know, I remember particularly the worship meetings at the church I was at. It wasn't like watching paint dry. It was like watching paint dry while people talk about the shade of the paint and how maybe this color of paint used to be this way and we need to do it that way next time, and how over here we can apply a little bit more, but the women's group really liked that color that we did 15 years ago. And it was painful. It was painful. And you know, I just kind of sat around and I thought, okay, where is God in all of this? Where is this God that we read about in the Bible who's doing exciting things, where stuff is happening? Where is that? Where is it happening? Where is this Holy Spirit that comes and changes things and changes people's lives? Where is it? Well, I want to get back there. I want to help all of us today to get back there. And before I do that, I'm going to do something that I was supposed to do a minute ago, which was talk about that. I get so excited about these sermons that, like, I just get carried away. It's Christmas. There's an opportunity for you to make a difference for some people. On the table here is Seven Bridges to Recovery, which is a ministry that we're part of, and they have a lot of needs. They actually, most of the people here, unless people donate, will not have a Christmas at all. Most of the people that are in Bridges. So there is a sheet that you can pick up with information about that. And then North Fulton Community Charities, same deal. They've got a great program where you can donate stuff. We'll be collecting things here at the church. The Santa shop for North Fulton Charities is on the back table. The information about Seven Bridges to Recovery is on this table right here. Pick one up. If you're a part of the river and you get the Monday email, all this information will be in the email so you can get it then. But please consider donating as a way to make somebody else's life better, as a way for the Holy Spirit to show up in their life. Think about that as a way to help. And let's talk about a way that the Holy Spirit showed up way back when. A way that God changed somebody's life when Jesus met somebody. So I'm going to read this story for you now. You might have heard it before, but it is a good one. And I want you, as I read it, I want to let you just picture it. Maybe close your eyes, imagine the scene as it's happening, and picture yourself in it. And when you hear the chime, come back to worship. You've been traveling with Jesus for a while now, and you're in Jericho, and then it's time to go. Jesus has been teaching there for a while, and it's time to leave. And as he heads out of town, as he heads out of Jericho into the desert wilderness around, this crowd is following him, and it's exciting, and there's an energy to it. And as you get near the edge of town, just ahead of Jesus, you see this guy sitting on the side of the road, and he's in dirty clothes, and he's just a mess, and his eyes never move. They never change what they're focused on. And the person next to you says, that's Bartimaeus. He's blind. And as the crowd approaches Bartimaeus, people are calling and talking to Jesus and calling out to Jesus. And Bartimaeus turns his head a little bit, and he turns it in that direction, and he starts to shout and reach out with his hand, and he says, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. And next to you in the crowd, someone yells, be quiet. But he only says it louder. Son of David, have mercy on me. Over and over. And Jesus stops. And he says to the disciple next to him, tell him to come here. So some of the disciples go over to Bartimaeus and they help him get up. And they say, cheer up. He's calling you. So Bartimaeus throws his coat aside and he jumps up and they lead him over to Jesus. And Jesus says, what do you want me to do for you? Teacher, the blind man said, I want to see. And Jesus said to him, go your way. Your faith has healed you. And instantly the blind man could see. Then he followed Jesus down the road.